Welcome back to the county seat. This whole process of permits to explore and develop energy has puzzled me for many years. I have personally toured the gas fields in Uintah County. I've driven through the oil wells in Duchesne County. I've been out on the Tavaputs Plateau and looked at recovered well pads that, after 18 months, you would have to stand out in the middle of them to even see that they had been touched by man. I've viewed active operations and mitigation on federal land and state land, and to be honest, I could not tell one from another, during or after the fact. So the problem does not lie on the ground. A state well is not inferior or superior to a well permitted on federal land. It's just a quicker process to get one, substantially. So what prompts all the paperwork and delay? If the land ends up looking the same after it's mitigated, why all the bother? Well, many would say obstruction is the reason and the tactic, to try to necessarily bankrupt the industry, to borrow a well-known quote. But rather, I think that aside from the obvious administration-level politics that Bill mentioned in our discussion, it is really a process that we see in government all the time. Big government systems lack trust and appropriately placed accountability. Simply put, the control is in the wrong place. It is at the top, thousands of miles away from where the exchange takes place. I would bet fair money that many of the regulations that slow the permitting process down to a 15-year sentence were created by people who never stepped foot on a well pad or conducted a field biology study. To make sure that they can control it from Washington, too much work has to be done and too many special interests have to have a say in the process. Instead of 3 or 4 reasonable experts determining what would be the best way to achieve the goal, it becomes hundreds of people, thousands of hours of work, and millions of dollars to accomplish the same thing. It's kind of like grandma in the kitchen. Left alone, she can crank out a pretty good pizza for the grandkids to enjoy. She has a good recipe and knows all the shortcuts to good. It gets messed up when there are 15 other adults in the kitchen, all trying to make that one pizza to their own recipe. It will take longer, and it will taste nowhere near as good. That's my 2 cents worth. If you disagree, politely bring on the conversation so we can talk about it. Here are the links to our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And we'll be back next week to talk again on the County Seat.